For those of you who hate Romeo and Juliet like myself, I think I found the book for you. So Lost Stars is a Star Wars novel written by Claudia Gray, the same person who brought us that amazing Bloodlines book about Princess Leia, and the new Leia, Princess of Alderaan book. And it's a very Romeo and Juliet-esque love story about two people who grew up inside of the Empire, those two being Ciena Ree and Thane Kyrell. The story starts out as they look up towards the sky to eventually become part of the Empire, then move right into their Imperial training, and then right into their adulthood. Obviously, there's a lot more to go into, but I don't want to spoil anything because this is a really excellent novel. Alright, let's jump right into it, because in all honesty, the storytelling here is really fantastic. First of all, this book and Claudia Gray do such a great job at showing you that even though the Empire is evil as a whole, there are people who work in the Empire who are innocent, who are good, who think the Empire is a worthy cause. And it shows you that the galaxy isn't so black and white. There isn't just rebels and the Empire. There are good, innocent people who just want to help anyone they can find. Bringing us to Thane Kyrell and Ciena Ree. These are some of my favorite characters ever when it comes to Star Wars because of the dynamic that they have, not only between each other, we'll get to that in a second, but it's between every other character that they come in contact with. Thane meets up with this guy named Nash Windrider at the Imperial Academy. He is a native of Alderaan, and honestly, their conversation and dialogue was very intriguing to me. Because Thane Kyrell comes from a very harsh and cruel background where he never thought he was good enough, and Nash Windrider comes from Alderaan, and he was treated very much with a lot of respect, and it comes from a fun, loving people. But enough about Nash, what about the relationship between Thane Kyrell and Ciena Ree? It's fantastic. Like I said at the beginning, this book takes you from their childhood to their adulthood, and as you read about what these two go through as they get older, as they stretch out into adulthood, it's not only amazing, but honestly, the character arcs that these two have, I could not put the book down. I guess I should give you the timeline because that's important. This book starts off right before A New Hope and it ends right before The Force Awakens. The Rebel Alliance does show up in this book in a very unique and a very different way, and it was one of the best parts of the book as a whole. And honestly, this is a love story in the Star Wars universe that I didn't mind. The thing I have to admit I'm most impressed by though is that Claudia Gray, like she did with Bloodlines, like she did with Leia, Princess of Alderaan, is take Star Wars source material and expand upon the universe. And lastly, I just have to emphasize one more time about the fact that Lost Stars shows that although there are the extremes of the rebellion and the Empire, there are the people caught in the middle. Our life and our galaxy and this galaxy is not so black and white. There is a lot of gray. And that is why I think that Lost Stars is a really great novel in general. But guys, it is what you say that matters most because that's what gets the conversation started. So have you had the chance to read Lost Stars? And if you have, what did you think of it? And more importantly, what is your favorite Claudia Gray book? She has quite a few of them out there, and it doesn't necessarily need to be Star Wars related. But whatever your answer is, leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts. And if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right there and subscribe and become part of the fray of nerds who love cinema. You all have a fantastic day, and may the Force be with you.